Hey, Tina, you there? You need to get home from the office right now. I'm about to go to a wedding, so hurry up.
Hold on a second, you're going to a wedding?
Yeah, I totally had no clue that Valerie was getting married today. But I just got a call from my parents and they were super pissed and asking where I was. They were asking why weren't we there at the wedding already.
But wait, I don't get it. I thought that Valerie's wedding was next month. I mean, that's what was written on the invitation we got at least.
I know. At least that's what I thought the invitation said anyways, but guess it was today this whole time. Anyways, just hurry back here so that I can drive us to the wedding venue. How soon do you think you can get back here?
I don't know. I have to ask my boss about this first, and then I'll be home as soon as I can. I think on the bus, though, it'll probably take me a whole hour before I can be back.
An hour. Got it. I got our clothes and everything ready here, so just please try and get back home as fast as you can.
I can't believe that my brother and his wife are really going to miss my wedding. It's just such a shame, really. I suppose we just didn't realize how little you two care about us. Oh, quit the act, Valerie. I don't know why you did it, but the invitation you sent us had the date as a month from now. But now we find out that you're actually getting married today. Why didn't you tell us sooner? I have to leave work early. Well, you should know that it wasn't any kind of accident. I gave the two of you the wrong date on purpose. Excuse me? Why would you do that? What's your problem? I'm just so glad that you passed along the wrong date to my brother so that he didn't go and ask my parents. You made it so easy for me. And now, without you two here, I feel like I can finally have the wedding I've always wanted. You're still not making any sense. Why did you tell Dean and I the wrong date? Why don't you want us there? Isn't it obvious? It's because I hate the two of you. You're always trying to act so young, but you're really not. What does that even mean? I don't get it. It doesn't matter. The real point is that today is all about me, and if I don't want people I hate to be at my wedding, then that should be fine. But I literally don't get what you mean about me not acting my age. I think I act pretty normal. Are you kidding me? Did you really just say that? You're in your 30s and you're still dressing like you just turned 20. You really think that you're fooling anyone at all with your young woman routine? You think you can still get away with wearing skirts? Sorry you didn't want to invite me to your wedding because I still wear skirts. Is that really what makes you think that I tried and act younger than I am? Well, duh, you think that an old hag like you should really be wearing things like that? Obviously, only women in their 20s should be wearing skirts. But I wish they could make it a law so that we could deal with rule breakers like you. I don't even think that's a rule for anyone. I think you just made that up. You really are just so cringy. Do you realize that? I mean, honestly, why would you even try wearing a skirt? But the worst part was when my future in-laws came over and you were in a skirt. They both said that you looked nice in it. But obviously I would look much nicer than you in a skirt. I really don't even know what to say to that. I just want to know why they gave you a compliment and not me. Why did they even bother coming over to my family's house if they weren't going to compliment me? Instead, they gave an old woman like you more compliments. Look, Valerie, I know that you and I don't really have a good history of getting along, but I think that you're taking things just a little too far with this, don't you? I don't think that I'm taking it nearly far enough. I'm only starting to get all this off my chest, but to be honest, I just can't stand you. You're always having so much fun talking to Josh's mom, but you're always leaving me out. You never invite me anywhere or even try to make conversation. Are you talking about the time I was helping Josh's mom in the kitchen? You know that she was getting ready to serve a bunch of guests, right? I was only helping her, but I can ask if you'd like to give a hand next time as well. I don't want to be stuck in the kitchen doing chores with you. I hate cooking. How do you not know this about me after all this time? Just because it's what you do to kiss up doesn't mean that I like it. And I hate that even though you can cook, you still have to pretend like you're younger than you really are. I hate it all. Well, Valerie, I really just don't know what to say to you then. You don't need to say anything. I'm just letting you know why neither of you are invited to my wedding. You can both just sit at home and wait for us to get back. And don't bother trying to get in. I'll have security throw you out the moment you step foot inside the venue. Dean, I am really so sorry about this, but I think that we weren't invited to the wedding because of me. I'm so sorry that you're having to deal with this because of me, though.
What do you mean? How was any of this your fault?
Well, I was talking to your brother's fiancé just now, and I think she really does hate me. She was talking about how she was upset because she thinks your mom likes me more than her. She was calling me names to make fun of my age, and she said she gave us the wrong date on purpose.
You kidding me? What's that problem?
Again, I really am so sorry about this. I never wanted you to get caught up in any of this.
Come on, you know that you shouldn't be apologizing for this. Besides, Val hates me too.
What do you mean by that?
I mean that when after my parents called me, I got a message from my younger brother Josh, and he was saying that since we're gonna miss it, he's finally gonna be the favorite son. I think you and I was set up.
You don't mean that, do you? Do you really think Josh would do this?
He's always had it out for me, if I'm being honest. He was always doted on as the youngest child by your parents, and he was so spoiled that our parents didn't even care when his grades started to slip. Then he didn't even go to college and still lives at home. I guess he's always been envious of me for working hard, going to a good school, and finding a job with a big company. I think this was his way of trying to get back at me for that. So it seems like this might have happened no matter what.
But that's awful. I know the three of you have your history, but to do something like this?
I know, but if they don't want us there, then let's just miss the wedding. Why bother going there when we're gonna be hated?
Yeah, I guess you're probably right about that. Seems like we don't have any other choice. Although I guess we should probably explain a bit about what happened to your parents later. Wow, I can't believe that you two actually didn't come to the wedding. You do know how pissed my parents are, right? You realize how bad it looks that Dean, the oldest son of the family, wasn't there for a big event like this, don't you? Well, if that's how people chose to read the situation, there's nothing we can do about it. But don't worry, we hope to clear this all up by explaining the truth to Dean's family. What good do you think that's going to do? You should know that we were talking to my parents and they said they'll let us move in with them. I know they've already asked you and Dean so many times, but that you've always turned them down. They were so happy when we said yes that Josh's mom actually cried. So now that we're taking over the duties to take care of them, there's not even a point to having Dean around. So then you're really going to go and move in with Josh's parents? Of course, I've already talked it over with Josh. He figured that after how expensive the wedding was and how much money our honeymoon is going to cost, this is a good way to save money for now. And since we're going to live with his parents, I'll finally get to prove that I'm the better wife than you. So then, you're doing this all just to try and impress your new in-laws, is that it? I just refuse to lose to an ugly old hag like you. I'm the younger, prettier wife, and I'll prove to my in-laws that I am more capable too. I really have no idea where this urge to compete with me even came from. I don't care what you think. Now that we've done this, it means that Josh's parents are going to provide for us forever. It all works out though, since Josh hates his own brother so much. I can't believe that you two would actually conspire to do something like this. But fine, if you two really hate us that much, then we get it. Maybe we should just not talk to each other anymore. That sounds perfect. We'd love to cut you both out of our lives, after you give us a wedding present, that is. Although since we've agreed that I don't have to see you again, you can just mail a check. Sound good? You're kidding me, right? You don't invite us to your wedding, tell us that you never want to see us again, and still expect a gift? Think of it as a fee to finally get rid of us forever. I think something like $5,000 should cover it. You want Dean and I to give you $5,000? You think that you can buy Josh and I off for cheap? Sure, we want to get rid of you two as well, but you still gotta pay. Besides, this is our wedding gift. Are you really too cheap to afford a measly $5,000? I can't even deal with you right now. I'm going to quit responding to these messages. Well, good riddance then, and tell Dean that he isn't allowed to talk to us either. Oh, that's just fine. Dean says good luck to you both. Especially you. He says he doubts you'll last a year living with his parents. Excuse me? What is that supposed to mean? You really have no idea what you've agreed to, do you? Anyways, have a nice life. Wait a second, you can't just say something creepy like that and then just run off. I'm not saying it's going to be a cakewalk, but I'm ready to put in some hard work to do this. Oh, you really don't even know the half of it, but I'll tell Dean about the $5,000. What the heck kind of house is this? We just got back from our honeymoon and it's already a disaster. Every day from sunup to sundown, Josh's mom is always nagging me to do some chore or correct some mistake I did doing another chore. Well, I wished you good luck, didn't I? But yeah, their mom is pretty traditional when it comes to living with a daughter-in-law. Traditional is one thing, but this is just too far. And I don't get it. I thought you and Hillary got along. I thought we would have gotten along if I moved in too, but she's always nagging me. Oh, I'm sure it looked like we did get along to someone watching us talk. But the fact of the matter is that I know exactly what you're going through. I hate having to go over to their house for events. What do you mean? I have no idea you felt that way. Of course, I'm always stuck inside the kitchen helping Hillary make this and that. And she never utters a word of thanks. She just takes it for granted that I'm supposed to be there helping her. You're kidding me. I didn't know any of that. In fact, I was always jealous of you. You just got to sit on the couch while we were in the kitchen. You never had to do anything. So when you said that you were going to be moving in with them, you have no idea how happy I was. Especially since now we won't have to keep sending them money every month. You were sending their parents money every month? That's right. We were sending them about $1,000 a month, basically. But then we got a call from Hillary and she told us about you two moving in. She said that she wouldn't need our money anymore and that we could stop sending it. So thanks for that too. So then you were sending them $1,000 a month, but now you're not going to? Maybe you could give us that money instead since Josh and I are moving in. Yeah, we could do that, especially since they're probably expecting you and Josh to cover all of their bills. Excuse me, cover their bills? Are you serious? Well, of course. Surely you've heard about why Dean and Josh didn't get along, right? Josh was always his parents' favorite and was spoiled with whatever he wanted. Dean, on the other hand, had to work really hard. But his efforts sent him to a good school and eventually landed him into a great job. Josh never liked how successful his older brother was, and so that's where the bad blood came from. Yes, of course I know about all of that, but I thought that it was Dean who was always looking down on Josh because he thought he was better. Ah, is that how Josh tells it? It is true that Dean makes a ton of money, and that is why his parents asked him to help. Of course, Josh was also the beneficiary of that since he was living with his parents. I suppose he probably didn't even know of the help his brother was giving, but now that you're both living there, you're going to find out. So thank you so much for making it so easy to finally cut ourselves off from Dean's family. But, I mean, this isn't what I had in mind when I agreed to move in. I know, isn't life funny like that sometimes? Anyways, I'm sure if you work hard, you'll worm your way into Hillary's heart. But, like I said, good luck with everything. Well, I just finished having a little chat with Valerie. I think she finally understands what she's gotten herself into. Of course, she wasn't happy to hear about it in the least.
Yeah, I was actually just talking to Josh right now about it too. When he heard about the money we'd been sending, he was so upset about it.
Yeah, I guess neither of them had any idea at all that we'd been doing that. But I guess they found out since telling your parents they were going to be moving in. Although I can see us getting sucked into even more drama, so what do you think about moving away, Dean?
Tino, I was just gonna ask you the same thing. I think this is the perfect chance to go to a new city, get new numbers, and start over. Then they can't ever find us and try asking for money again.
Perfect. I'm so happy we're on the same page with this. I guess I should probably go and find a real estate agent so we can start getting everything ready.
Great. And we can find some places to look at this weekend. This is gonna be great.
I can't take it anymore. I'm seriously at my limit. What kind of life is this? All I want to do is move out. Oh, shoot. Dean and I were so caught up in the move, we forgot to change our phone numbers. Move? What are you talking about? Did you and Dean move somewhere? That's right. We moved so we'd never be sucked into Dean's family drama again. And now that we have moved, we are never going to tell you to where. But that isn't fair. I want out of this life. Let me come and live with you guys. Josh and I can take your house and you can come and live with his parents. Yeah, that sounds like an awful deal, actually. Besides, I thought I made it clear we didn't want to live with his parents. We don't even want to have to deal with them, or you and Josh at all, for that matter. Dean's parents always made Josh their favorite, and that meant, well, Dean had to claw his way to where he is now. It was only after they realized Dean was making money that his parents asked for some. But you have no idea how expensive it is for all four of us. $1,000 extra a month could go a long way. Please, can't you help us out? Please, Hillary steals money out of my wallet instead of asking. She's always making me cook, even though she knows I'm bad at it. And she's always putting me down in front of Josh. Valerie, you can do this. I believe in you. I know it's tough, but at least at the end of it all, you'll be able to say that you know how to make a souffle and dust a house properly. Isn't that wonderful? Please, I don't want to have to do any of that. You have to come and rescue me. You have to get me out of here. I am begging you. Rescue you from what? You did this. You were the one who agreed to go and live with your husband's parents. Not only that, but you agreed to do so as a means to try and undercut Dean's as well as my own place in the family. You realize that, right? We don't owe you any kind of help, and you aren't going to be getting it. Anyways, it sounds to me like you have a lot of studying ahead of you, so good luck with that. After that, Dean and I went to the cell phone store and changed out our numbers so that Dean's family and Valerie could never, ever find us again. And after that, we didn't ever hear from them again. Though Dean would still hear from his dad through the family gossip pipeline and could tell that things weren't going too well at home. Apparently, Josh was not as reliable as Dean was for taking care of his parents, according to his parents. According to Dean, he heard that Josh had to finally go and try to find a real job, but could only find something that didn't pay very well. Apparently, even Dean's dad had to go back to part-time work to help contribute to the budget. As for Dean and I, we've been thoroughly enjoying our new life and fresh start. I haven't been anxious about needing to help my mother-in-law host an event, and Dean isn't constantly stressing about making sure he'll make enough to support his parents, too.
You know, I was really looking forward to today since Ben told me that he had a beautiful sister that he knew I would love. But I show up to the dinner, and who does he introduce me to? Some ugly old lady. I mean, I wasn't expecting much, but you really showed me a new kind of love today. What? I was born an only child, so I've always wanted an older sister since I was a little girl. A beautiful, perfect older sister who is mature and can help me with anything in life. But I guess what I get is an ugly old lady who doesn't even seem reliable for anything. I don't need a sister if this is what I'm getting.
Sabrina, are you okay? I thought we just became friends after getting to know each other at the dinner earlier. Why are you saying these things to me?
Of course, I'm going to act friendly with you if Ben's there. But the truth is that I was really disappointed by you. I was really excited to meet you since Ben kept bringing you up about how proud he was to have you as his older sister. So, I dressed up all nice and showed up to see a wrinkly old lady waiting for us. How is it even possible that the two of you were born 10 years apart? I just wanted to go home at that point, but I didn't want Ben to feel bad for bringing me, so I just acted as nice as I could.
And you think it's the right thing to do to say all of those horrible things to my face after we leave? Couldn't you have at least kept those thoughts to yourself? Preferably to the grave? It isn't too hard to imagine how someone would feel after being called an ugly old lady, you know?
I told you all this because I feel the need to make things clear.
What do you mean?
Wasn't I adorable at the dinner, all smiley and happy? Well, I didn't want you to get the wrong idea and start treating me like a younger sister, so I told you how I really felt.
This is why I have trust issues. Whatever, good for you.
The bottom line is, don't talk to me ever again, okay? I don't want to be seen talking to some old hag like you, and nor do I want to waste my time talking to you.
Could you stop mocking me just because you're young? You're going to end up regretting it when you're my age, trust me.
Do you really think I'm making fun of your age itself just because I'm younger than you? I would never do that. I know that I'll be your age one day too.
It sounds like that's exactly what you're doing right now. Why would you make fun of me for being an ugly old hag if it wasn't because I'm old?
Because you're ugly. Besides, I'm not even making fun of you. I just hate being near people like you, so I'm being very honest with you and myself.
I don't understand a single thing you're saying.
I'm saying that it's not a matter of choice. I just inherently hate being near people like you, and I can't help it. A lot of ladies who are over their 30s are so obnoxious and full of pride, and I absolutely hate people like that. See, I have a proper reason to repel you as a person.
What kind of reason is that? It's not like every single person that's over 30 is mean.
No, every single one of you is horribly mean. Just take a look at my workspace, and you'll see that I'm telling the truth.
What?
All the women over 30 there are so prideful and unkind. They're all jealous of me because I'm so young, and they practically bully me like in grade school. So I decided that the best thing to do and respond is to hate their guts back.
Oh, well, I'm sorry you had to go through that.
As a matter of fact, it really isn't just the people who I work with, it's every single middle-aged person. They all disgust me. So I decided to hate everyone who's over 30 years old. That's why I hate you as well, Molly. I wish you people who hate young people just because you're jealous should all just disappear.
Hey Ben, I want to talk about Sabrina with you. Do you have a minute?
Yeah? What's up?
Well, it seems that Sabrina hates my guts.
What? Why'd she hate you? You guys barely met. She seemed to like you a lot at the dinner last night.
That's what I thought too, but I received a text from her today. She said that she couldn't believe that the two of us were 10 years apart, and that she didn't want an ugly old hag that's over 30 to be her older sister.
She said that to you?
Yeah, but don't misunderstand her. Apparently, she's been through a lot with her colleagues at work. And now she has a sort of phobia towards people who are middle-aged or older.
What do you mean she has a phobia? And why'd that apply to you?
She said that her colleagues at work have been very unkind towards her, and that the people who attacked her for being young are all over 30 years old. So she started to grow and initiate fear for people around that age inside of her.
So now she hates you just because you're in the same age frame as her? How does that make any sense? Just because you're the same age as them doesn't mean you're as mean or disrespectful as those people.
Well, it seems like it makes sense in her mind. She told me not to speak to her ever again, and that she has no intentions of getting close to me. But, I mean, we are, as a matter of fact, becoming in-laws, so I was wondering if you had any ideas as to how I could become closer to Sabrina.
First things first, I'm sorry for all this. I didn't even think that Sabrina would be capable of saying such mean things to anyone. In her name, I apologise.
It's fine, and it's nothing for you to apologise about.
Thanks. So this is all because of her trouble at work, huh? That's probably the reason why she's been so insistent on becoming a stay-at-home wife after we get married.
What?
I've actually heard about the fact that she's been having some trouble at work on a few occasions. She's been asking me over and over again if she could just take care of the home instead of the both of us working. So if her problems at work are getting to her that badly, then that's probably why she doesn't want to be there anymore. But it'll be difficult for me to single-handedly make enough money for the both of us to have good lives. But even when I recommend that she move to another workplace, she told me that she was mentally broken after working at her old job. So I'm not too sure what the best move is to make at this point.
I probably wouldn't know what to do either if I was in your shoes. Realistically speaking, if you don't have enough money, then there aren't many options. But then again, I know it's difficult for you to ask your wife to work, even though she's so mentally worn out.
Exactly. But I just concluded that I need to work as hard as I can for the both of us. We'll see where that takes us. I've always had a reputation for my endless energy. I can work from day in to day out and I'll be completely fine.
That doesn't sound like too great of a plan to me. Are you sure you're going to be happy living like that?
Of course, I'll be happy. I'm sure Sabrina will gradually get better, if I can give her some time to rest at home. And if she's better, then I'm happy. I'll also be sure to tell her how much you've helped me throughout life, and how much of an amazing person you are. Maybe that way she'll be able to acknowledge that some people are more respectable than others. She'll be willing to become closer to you.
I hope so. Sorry for causing another problem for the two of you.
You haven't caused anything, don't worry about it.
Thanks, Ben.
Of course, and thanks for coming to the dinner with us yesterday. It really did mean a lot. Sabrina and I are going to have the best wedding that you've ever been to, so get ready for that.
can't believe you. How could you do this to me? Why the hell did you push me into the pool? This is the first time in my life anyone's ever done something so horrible to me.
Oh, well, sorry for stealing your first time. This was the only way I could think of. No hard feelings, okay?
What do you mean?
I wanted you to go home no matter what. I didn't want you at my wedding. But you wouldn't just leave even if I told you to, would you? So I thought about how to get you to leave no matter what. That's when I came up with the idea to sabotage your outfit so you wouldn't be able to stay. So I just pushed you into the pool.
What? So you just decided that it was okay to push me into a pool? You're crazy!
What else was I supposed to do? I hate old ladies like you. Did you expect me to just sit still and watch while you ruin my once-in-a-lifetime experience?
How many times do I have to tell you that I'm not an old lady? I thought Ben explained that I wasn't the horrible person that you thought I was.
Yes, he did. And it made me hate you even more.
What?
Ben's a very family-first type of guy. He sat beside me and spoke about you and how you're an amazing person and that I had the wrong impression about you. You were always a caring older sister who would always take care of Ben when his parents couldn't, right? But the more he spoke about you, the more I became annoyed that he sounded like he loved someone else more than me. So the more he tries to make me like you, the more I hate you.
How does that make sense?
He's been especially annoying about you lately. No matter where we are, he starts talking about you. I absolutely hate the way you've made him. And I absolutely hate you yourself even more.
Don't you get it? The only reason that Ben's been talking about me a lot was because he wanted us to get along with each other. He cares about the both of us, and he'd give anything for us to be good sisters-in-law.
Well, he's failed miserably to accomplish that. I mean, you can't just unhate something that you absolutely despise, can you? It was the best feeling over to push you into that pool. From now on, I might just push any old person over when no one's looking.
Sabrina...
Well then, you better get going, old lady. I don't want you to make the wedding hall dirty with your wet clothes.
Whatever. I don't even want to go anyways.
Bye-bye. The wedding's about to begin, by the way. I'm about to have the time of my life.
I will go home. But let me say one last thing to you. I really did try to meet in the middle with you. But I guess I'm allowed to give up on you after what you've done to me today. You're going to regret pushing me into that pool.
That's great. We'll see you then.
I can't take you anymore. I'll make sure that you'll never forgive yourself for this. Be prepared.
You're starting to get annoying. Just go home and tuck yourself into bed, you wet old hag. The exit's that way.
Even if you beg on your knees while crying, I won't stop you.
Do you need some therapy or what? It's always the old ladies and their endless, meaningless conversations. You're the same as all the others, so shut up. Molly, please come back to the wedding hall, please. Ben's with you, isn't he? Please just bring him back.
Yes, Ben's with me. My kind little brother got worried about his soaking wet older sister and made sure that I got home safe.
Well, please tell him to come back to the wedding this instant. The whole crowd is panicking because he won't show up. The workers are saying that they're going to have to call the wedding off if the groom won't show up.
You don't have to worry about that, honey. I heard Ben making a call to the wedding company earlier. He was talking about calling the wedding off anyways.
What? Why on earth would he do that?
Gee, I wonder why, Sabrina. Why would I ever want to get married to you if this was who you really were? Really, pushing your own fiancé's older sister into a pool before the wedding. Seriously.
Ben, is that you?
I can't believe this. If you didn't like how I was talking about my sister so much, then why didn't you just let me know? You should have just said that you would have hated me no matter what I did. Then I would have thought of other ways to have you two get to know each other. But you just ruined it, all by pushing her into a pool before our wedding. What kind of psycho comes up with an idea like that?
Please don't call me a psycho, honey. I just needed her to leave, and that was the way that I was sure would get her to leave.
That was your idea, after thinking everything through. Well then, I guess I just saved my children from inheriting your tiny brain genetics.
How could you say that?
I'm not even mad anymore. I'm disappointed. The wedding's over, and I'm regretting that I ever got engaged to you. We're getting divorced soon as we get the chance.
Wait, please, just wait a minute. I don't want to get divorced from you.
I don't care. This is the only option that's left for me. I can't get married to someone who can't value my family the same way I do.
Wait, we can talk this out. I know that you're angry right now, but please just think about how I felt.
What do you mean?
You know this, don't you? That all of the old ladies at work would bully me and treat me horribly. And that I hate everyone that I consider to be an old lady. I have a valid reason to hate your sister. And if you're my fiancé, then you should be understanding towards these things.
Stop acting like the victim. You get hated on because you slack off at work, right?
Well,
I tried my very best to be as understanding as I could towards you. So I contacted your workplace, see if they could take any actions to make things better for you. They told me that they would run some checks and interviews to see if there really was any issue.
what? You contacted them?
Yeah, because I cared for you. And I couldn't bear to keep seeing you so worn out because of your work. I was ready to go as far as to hire a lawyer and sue the company for it.
Oh no.
But what do I receive in response? A call to come over to their office to address some issues with you. They told me that after inspection and interviews, they came to the conclusion that you were the one who was making them look bad. You were making fun of your senior colleagues as soon as you first got into the company, weren't you? I heard that you would ridicule the other workers because you were the only young one there.
No, this is a misunderstanding.
No, it ain't, Sabrina. They even called over your colleagues to talk face to face with me.
What?
They had some of the things that you said to them recorded as proof. I got to listen to some of them. I heard my fiancé call people hags, make fun of their physical features. Let me ask you how you thought that wouldn't be hated at work if you treated everyone around you like that. I'm not on your side anymore. As a matter of fact, no one is.
Please don't say that, Ben.
Your colleagues aren't in the wrong. My sister ain't in the wrong. If anything, this means that you were just harassing my older sister for no apparent reason. You better give her a proper apology sometime soon. And know that I'll never forgive you for this.
Ben!
My sister is 10 years older than me. So what? I'm sure my sister had a difficult time figuring out how to deal with such a young brother. But she was always there to help me with my homework. She even cooked when my parents were working until late. But my sister is the best sister in the world.
Ben, I'll apologize for every single word I've said until now, so please, don't leave me. Please come back. We can still finish the wedding. Everyone gathered just to congratulate us. We can't just make them leave, can we?
I don't care. The wedding is cancelled, and that's final. I'll make sure that the cancellation fee goes to you, so be prepared for that.
Please forgive me for everything I've done. I know that I can't take back what I said, but I regret everything deeply. So please help me get back together with Ben. He's already made up his mind about the divorce, and I can't get him to listen to me. Just sign the divorce papers, Sabrina. I want my little brother to get married to someone who can make him the happiest boy in the world. And I'm sorry, but you've proven to us yourself that you aren't that someone. Please don't say something like that. I'll be a completely different person from now on. I'll be unbelievable friendly to you. What? You've taken very good care of your brother that's 10 years younger than you, haven't you? Then I'm sure you could do the same with a younger sister as young. Please think of me as a younger sister and take good care of me. Why the hell would I want to take care of you? I hate your guts. Huh? Asking me for help won't do you any good, so you should just give up on that and give up altogether and just get a divorce from my brother. I'll never get divorced. We just got married to each other, and I still love Ben. Well, it looks like Ben doesn't love you back anymore. He even went as far as to say that he doesn't even remotely feel any interest in you. He hates me that much? I mean, I guess I was a little annoying, but all I did was have fun making fun of old ladies. The way you say it, all I did, just goes to show off how little you regret doing what you did. I'm confident that Ben won't even bother listening to whatever you have to say with that mentality like that. So just get the divorce done with and go gather money to pay for the cancellation fee and compensation. What? What do you mean compensations? Isn't that money that people who cheat have to pay? I never cheated on Ben. You pay compensation when you force mental pain on someone else. It doesn't have to be cheating. When you pushed your fiance's older sister into a pool. My brother had to endure mental pain because of that, and I endured mental pain as well. I need you to pay for my dress and purse since they got injured by the water. But Are you finally starting to realize the scale of what you started between us? Well, that's the idea. So neither I nor my brother will go easy on you. We won't be making any deductions towards the price, and make sure it's a one-time payment.
A one-time payment?
Good luck. It's scary when a 30-year-old ugly hat gets mad, isn't it?
Ha!
After Sabrina finally gave up, she signed the divorce paper, making the divorce official. On top of that, the cancellation fee and compensation added up to $80,000. After borrowing money from several shady organizations and her own payments, Sabrina was finally able to make the payment. After that, she was fired from her job for everything she'd done to her colleagues. Now she's trying to get married to a rich man by attending matchmaking parties, hosted all over the state. However, most of the other attendees are college students in their 20s, so she's getting made fun of like never before, being 25.
Hey Emma, long time no see. How have you been? Getting along well with my brother?
Hi, Sarah. It's been a while. Yeah, Kevin and I are both doing great, and we're getting along just fine.
I saw your recent social media posts. You seem really busy with work lately.
Yes, the boutique has been keeping me quite busy. We've had a lot of orders coming in.
But you still don't have kids. I wonder if you're really getting along as well as you say. Must be nice having all that free time without kids to take care of.
We are both focused on our careers right now.
Just kidding. Actually, I called because I have some news to share. I'm getting married.
Oh, that's wonderful. Congratulations.
And that's not all. I'm pregnant too.
Wow, that's double the congratulations then. It might be challenging, but good luck with the pregnancy.
Huh? How would you know it's challenging when you've never been pregnant?
What?
I mean, plenty of women manage work and pregnancy just fine. It's not that hard if you actually want it.
Everyone's situation is different.
Well, I mean, I'm already dealing with morning sickness and it is tough. But you know, even that difficulty makes me feel more connected to the pregnancy, like it's real. Though I guess you wouldn't understand that feeling yet, Emma.
No, I suppose not.
Being pregnant really makes you feel like a complete woman, you know?
That's one way to look at it.
I just told Mom and Dad about the marriage and pregnancy. They were absolutely thrilled. Mom's been wanting grandchildren so badly. She said she's so happy because she was getting tired of having such a useless daughter-in-law.
Did your mother really say that?
You should have seen how excited she was, finally getting the grandchild she's been waiting for.
Linda hasn't mentioned anything like that to me.
I mean, you and my brother have been married for 3 years with no sign of pregnancy. Shouldn't you be giving our parents grandchildren by now? Having kids really makes it feel like a real family. And it deepens the love between couples too. Not just that, it makes everyone happy. Parents, friends, everyone.
Well, I appreciate the enthusiasm, but every couple has their own pace and timing.
Oh, come on. You're not getting any younger, you know.
We're perfectly happy with our current situation.
That sounds like an excuse. Maybe you want kids, but just can't have them. If that's the case, that's pretty sad for you.
Excuse me? Please don't make assumptions. The timing of having children is something we're discussing as a couple.
Discussing? What's there to discuss? This is what marriage is all about.
There's more to marriage than just having children.
You don't need to discuss it. Just get pregnant already. I think a woman only becomes a real woman when she has her loved one's child. Actually, if you don't get pregnant soon, my brother might get tired of you.
What?
Kevin's always loved kids. I still remember how he used to play with our little cousins.
That doesn't mean...
I mean, what guy doesn't want kids? You should listen to my advice, even if you think I'm being nosy. Well, that's all I wanted to tell you. I'll be waiting to hear some good news from you soon.
Sarah, I need to go. I have work to do.
Work again? See, this is exactly what I'm talking about. You're too focused on the wrong things.
Goodbye, Sarah.
Don't forget what I said. Baby shower ideas incoming. Hey, Emma, have you heard? My daughter is getting married, and she's expecting a baby, too.
Yes, I just heard from her directly. Congratulations, Linda.
Thank you. I was happy when Kevin got married, but having my daughter get married is something else entirely. And it's our first grandchild, too. I'm over the moon. Sarah seems so excited about everything. She's already planning the nursery.
That's wonderful. She certainly seems enthusiastic.
Is everything okay, Emma? You sound a bit distant.
Linda, I'm sorry if I've made you feel bad about the whole children thing.
What?
I heard from Sarah. You must be eager to have a grandchild. But Kevin and I don't have any issues. We just want to enjoy our time as a couple for now. We are thinking about children eventually, but...
Wait. Emma, where is this coming from?
Sarah told me you had some concerns about us, that you've been waiting for us to have children, that you're tired of me.
What? I've never thought anything like that.
But...
Did Sarah tell you I said that? That doesn't sound like something I would say at all.
She mentioned it during our conversation earlier.
Sure, I'd be happy to have grandchildren, and the sooner the better, but that's between you and Kevin. It's your business as a couple. Don't worry about it.
Oh? But Sarah said...
Emma, please don't take what Sarah says too seriously. She can be, well, she has her own way of seeing things.
I see.
Honestly, I don't know what the girl is talking about. I'll say it again. Go at your own pace. Besides, your business has just started to stabilize, right? You can't possibly think about kids during your busiest period.
That's true. Thankfully, business has been picking up.
I saw your social media. Even that famous model ordered a custom dress from you.
Yes, thanks to everyone's support, I've been really busy.
Kevin showed me some of your recent designs. They're absolutely beautiful.
Thank you. That means a lot.
It's amazing, really. Starting your own custom clothing boutique. And now even celebrities are your clients.
I'm just trying my best to meet everyone's expectations.
You're doing more than that. You're exceeding them. I'm really proud to have you as my daughter-in-law.
Linda, thank you.
Hey, Emma, I wanted to ask you something about your shop. Can you make baby clothes?
Yes, that's no problem. I've had orders for baby clothes before.
Really? Your baby clothes must be gorgeous too.
They're some of my favorite pieces to work on, actually.
Really? Actually, I'd like to order some baby clothes as a wedding gift for Sarah. I know you're busy, but would that be okay?
Of course. Baby clothes make such a lovely gift.
I want them to be really special. Sarah's always been particular about fashion.
I understand. We can design something that matches her taste.
I'm planning to give them money as a wedding gift too. You know, I want to prepare something special for the baby as well. Of course, I'll pay the full price for the clothes.
No, you've always been so supportive. Let me at least give you a discount as a small token of appreciation.
Absolutely not. I'll pay the full price.
But
I know. How about this? The discount portion can be considered your and Kevin's gift to them. But I really want to try designing some cute clothes for my grandchild. I'll pay extra for the design fees. Would you consider giving me a discount on the production costs?
all right, that works.
Oh, but you're so busy. Will they be ready before the baby comes?
I'll do my very best. This is for family after all.
You're too kind, Emma. I really appreciate this.
Shall we meet this weekend to discuss the designs? I can come over if that works for you.
Come anytime. Actually, I've already sketched out a few designs.
That's wonderful. You've always had such good taste.
I've been drawing whenever I have free time. I want these to be perfect.
See you this weekend then.
I'll prepare some tea and snacks. We can make a proper afternoon of it. You won't believe this, Emma. My fiancé says he's going to take paternity leave, even though I told him it's fine since I'm planning to stay at my parents' house. He's just so overenthusiastic, it's kind of funny.
That sounds like you have a really caring fiancé.
You really don't get it, do you? A man should be focusing on his career.
Times are changing. Many fathers want to be involved now.
He's beyond caring. He's too soft on me. He keeps saying I shouldn't strain myself since I'm pregnant, and he does all the housework. Because of that, I have nothing to do, even though I'm a housewife.
Sounds like he really dotes on you.
I mean, it's nice, but don't you think it's a bit unmanly?
There's nothing wrong with a husband helping his wife.
He gently rubs my growing belly, too. When I see him like that, I really feel like we're becoming a family. You wouldn't understand this happiness, Emma. It's really quite pitiful.
Like I've said many times, we have our own pace. Besides, I'm not a housewife. I have my business.
Oh, right. Your little hobby shop. Isn't it time to grow up?
It's not a hobby. It's a successful business.
A woman's real job isn't working. It's getting pregnant with the child of the man she loves. That's what makes a woman truly happy. It's sad that you don't understand something so obvious. Poor Kevin.
What?
I bet Kevin comes home to an empty house most nights.
Kevin fully supports my work.
That's what he tells you, but deep down, all men want a proper family.
We are a proper family.
Kevin must be secretly wanting children, too. It's fine to be passionate about work, but try to read the room a bit as a wife. Don't come crying to me if he ends up serving you divorce papers.
I think this conversation is over.
See? You can't even handle honest advice from family.
This isn't advice. This is harassment.
Harassment? I'm trying to help you. Look how defensive you're getting.
I need to get back to work.
Work, work, work. That's all you care about.
Goodbye, Sarah.
Don't say I didn't warn you when Kevin finds someone who actually wants to be a proper wife.
Please stop messaging me unless it's actually important.
Everything I'm saying is important. You're just too career obsessed to see it. Emma, thanks for the gift. Mom just gave it to me. You made handmade baby clothes, huh?
Did you like them?
Well, they're decent for an amateur, but in the end, it's just hobby-level stuff from an amateur. It was like garbage, so I threw it away.
What did you say?
What's the big deal? It's not like they were anything special.
Those were custom-made pieces.
I don't want my precious baby wearing such trashy clothes. They're way too unfashionable. Absolutely not. I've been knitting socks for the baby myself, and mine are much better and cuter.
Even if you didn't like them, you didn't have to throw them away.
Oh, please. They were taking up space in my nursery.
You could have returned them.
Huh, you're the one who sent me trash. Of course trash goes in the trash can. It was taking up space, so I ripped it to pieces before throwing it away.
I see. You must have really hated them.
They were embarrassing. I can't believe Mom actually gave them to me.
The designs were actually your mother's idea.
Mom wouldn't pick such basic designs. She has way better taste. Don't try making things like this when you don't even have kids. They're not cute at all, and you have zero sense of style. Amateur handmade stuff belongs in the trash.
Have you checked social media?
Huh?
You're connected with your mother on Instagram, right? Haven't you seen her latest post?
I've been too busy reading pregnancy books lately, so no. But what does that matter?
You should check it right now. You'll understand what I'm trying to say.
Don't be so dramatic. What could possibly be so important on Instagram?
Just look.
What? Wait, what is this? Custom-ordered baby clothes? Isn't this what I received?
Get it now? The baby clothes you threw away were made by me. Linda provided the order and design concepts.
What do you mean? But Mom wrote that she ordered from a popular boutique.
That's because I own that boutique.
What? You're lying. There's no way.
My shop does one-of-a-kind custom orders. Linda placed the order, provided design ideas, and I created them. I managed to make 5 lovely baby outfits.
Hold on. Mom's post has the shop's hashtag. I know this shop. Even that famous model Lisa Green promoted it. It's that super popular custom order boutique that everyone recommends.
Oh, Lisa posted about us? As a shop owner, it's really moving to have so many people see my work.
No, you're joking, right?
Why would I joke about my own business?
This can't be true. Are you really the owner of that shop? Did you really make those baby clothes?
Yes, I worked really hard on them, despite being busy with other orders. Everything we make is handmade, so it's quite expensive. Linda splurged for her first grandchild, paying nearly $2,000 in total.
What? Those baby clothes cost that much? But I threw them all away!
And ripped them to pieces, from what I heard.
You should have told me they were from your shop!
Would it have mattered? You made your opinion of my work very clear.
Oh no. If Mom finds out about this, I'm dead!
Oh, about that. I already contacted her.
What?
As the creator, it's sad to have my work thrown away, but it means I made something that was considered trash-worthy. I felt I needed to apologize to Linda, who placed the order, so I told her everything. I explained how sorry I was that the items she ordered weren't satisfactory.
You can't be serious. How could you do this to me?
I'm just being professional. It's important to keep clients informed about their orders.
But I'm family. You didn't have to tell Mom.
In this case, Linda was my client. She deserved to know what happened to her purchase.
How could you do this to me? Mom hung up on me when I called. She yelled, "How dare you throw away such a special gift?"
Well, Linda did design those clothes herself. It's natural she'd be angry.
This is all your fault. You should have told me sooner.
I'm not responsible for your actions.
If you had just told me sooner, this wouldn't have happened. I wouldn't have torn them up and thrown them away. Make the same ones again. I need them within a week. It's super urgent.
That's not possible with my current schedule.
You have to help me fix this. Don't be ridiculous, you foolish daughter. Do you have any idea how many orders Emma is handling right now? If you want a rush order, you'll have to pay 10 times the normal price. What? Mom? Why are you messaging with Emma's phone? I came to apologize to Emma. She worked so hard on those clothes despite being busy, and my stupid daughter ruined everything. Mom, please, I didn't know they were from her shop. That makes it even worse. You judged something without even knowing what it was. Well, I'm really sorry, Mom. I didn't know you ordered them, and I had no idea Emma was the shop owner. That kind of excuse won't cut it, and you're apologizing to the wrong person. Before me, you should be apologizing to Emma. That's... You've been absolutely horrible to Emma, haven't you? I was just trying to help her. Help her? By insulting her work? By throwing away something I ordered specially? But, Mom, you always said family is the most important thing. Exactly. And how have you been treating your family? Instead of apologizing, you're trying to make unreasonable demands. I didn't raise you to be someone who tramples on other people's feelings like this. I'm sorry, but you can forget about coming home for your postpartum care. I don't want to see your face for a while. No way. Your husband is taking paternity leave anyway, right? You two can manage on your own. You can't do this to me. I'm your daughter. A daughter who needs to learn some manners. But I'm giving you your first grandchild. Don't you and Dad want to help take care of your cute grandchild? Don't get the wrong idea. I don't actually want to change diapers or prepare bottles. What? I'm done raising children. Why would I want to do it again? But because you insisted on coming home for postpartum care, I was willing to help out as your parent. But I thought you were looking forward to taking care of the baby. If you're so desperate for postpartum care, go to your in-laws. I'll contact your husband's parents myself. What? Maybe they can teach you some manners while they're at it. Mom, please don't do this. You're banned from coming to our house. After you give birth, a WhatsApp message will be enough. Mom, at least let me explain. I've seen enough of your true colors for one day. Please, Emma, could you make baby clothes for my child again? I can't stand these unfashionable clothes anymore.
What's going on, Sarah? I heard from Linda that you had a safe delivery and you're staying at your in-laws' house. She mentioned they're treating you very well.
They're treating me too well. They won't leave me alone for a minute.
Isn't that what you wanted? Someone to help with the baby?
Yeah, well, after that, Mom really did contact my in-laws, so I ended up giving birth there, and I'm still at my husband's parents' house. My mother-in-law is super nice and keeps buying lots of baby clothes.
That's sweet. Looks like your kind husband has equally kind parents.
But their fashion sense is terrible. I'm happy they keep buying things, but it's all hot pink and neon colors. Everything they buy is just so tacky.
That's quite bold.
You don't understand how bad it is. Every time we go out, people stare.
At least they're being supportive.
I prefer pastel colors, but when I try to politely suggest that, they buy frilly stuff instead. It's just so unfashionable. I can't take it anymore.
If you don't like them, why don't you throw them away? You're pretty good at ripping things up and throwing them out, aren't you?
That's not fair. I already apologized.
Did you? I must have missed that.
I can't do that. Look, I'm sorry about what happened before. Please make clothes for me again. I want my baby to wear cute clothes during these precious times. I'll even pay this time.
Well, if you're ordering as a client, I can make them. But it'll be about $500 per outfit. Is that okay?
What? You're charging family that much?
Of course, as Linda said, especially because we're family. With material costs rising, that's the current price per piece.
But that's so expensive. Can't you give me a family discount?
I already did that once. Remember how that turned out?
Couldn't you make them as a gift?
I already made your gift, but you called it trash and threw it away, remember? It's pretty cheeky to throw something away and then ask for another gift.
But what if I promote your shop on my social media?
The same shop you called amateur and trashy?
I was wrong. I admit it.
This is a business. I can't accept orders from people who can't pay. Well, enjoy your continued stay at your in-laws.
Emma, please, I'm desperate.
I'm sure your mother-in-law will buy you more lovely neon outfits. I hear Sarah still can't stand up to her mother-in-law and has to dress her baby in flashy neon-colored clothes. Recently, her mother-in-law apparently suggested, why don't you just live with us? I absolutely love taking care of my grandchild. If you move in, I'll buy everything the baby needs. Her husband is totally on board with the idea, unable to resist the pressure. Sarah apparently spends her days crying, while desperately trying to alter the baby clothes she doesn't like.
Hey, this is the cleaning lady's number, right? So I know you just clocked out and everything, but do you think you could come back to the office? My desk is a mess, and I need you to straighten it up for me. I'm sorry, but I'm not sure who I'm speaking to. I believe you may have texted the wrong number. Oh my God, are you kidding me? You can't remember your employer's phone number? I know you're old, but are you going senile or something? This is a business, not an old folks' home. You should have all our phone numbers programmed into your phone in case we need you for something. If that's too much for you to handle, then it's time for you to retire. What? Good grief, am I talking to a brick wall here? This is why I hate working with old people, especially old women. Like, do you even remember the name of the company you work for? I am an employee of Midlane Technologies, the company paying you to clean our office. Well, it's true that I do a bit of cleaning around the office at Midlane Technologies, but I'm afraid you're mistaken. You aren't my employer. What do you think it means to be an employee, Granny? We give you money to do work for us. That makes us your employer. Sales associates like me sell things to make that money, which we then give to you. So the money the company gives to you was earned by us. That makes us your employer. If you would give me a moment to explain, I can clear up your confusion. I'm the one who's confused? I don't want to hear that from you. You're the one who's too senile to remember what her job is and who she works for. This is why I hate the cleaning staff. It's all a bunch of low IQ rejects. Listen up. My desk is disorganized. I've got files strewn over the whole thing to the point that I don't even know what color the darn thing is. My obnoxious boss is being a jerk about that and is demanding that I clean it all up by tomorrow. But I want to go home right now. There are all sorts of things I'd rather do than clean up my desk. One of my favorite influencers is going to start up tonight's live stream any minute now. I can't miss it. Is that what you're contacting me about? You want me to organize your desk for you? Actually, before you answer that question, the more pressing concern to me is how you got my phone number in the first place. You're always wasting time chatting it up with the geezer who runs security, right? I figured he might know your number, and when I asked him about it, sure enough, he did. Then I asked him very nicely to give me your phone number. He said no. Next, I ordered him to give me your phone number, and he got the point. Well, I see you could use a lesson or two in common courtesy. So anyway, hurry back here and clean up my desk. This is an order from your employer. I'm terribly sorry to say this, but I cannot comply with such an order. What did you say? The terms of my contract are very clear. All I'm responsible for cleaning are the bathroom, kitchen, and other common spaces. I have no obligation to clean any areas other than those which I have been assigned. You think I care about your stupid contract? That slip of paper means nothing to me. I'm your employer, and as your employer, I order you to clean my desk. Are you going to disobey a direct order from your superior? That's flagrant insubordination. I could have you fired for that, you know. You wouldn't. I will, unless you haul it back here and straighten up my desk by the end of the day. If you even think about disobeying me, you can kiss your job goodbye, Granny. Excuse me, Keith, do you have a moment? There's something I need to discuss with you regarding your company.
Oh yeah? That's unusual. You typically never bring up work stuff with me. What's up, Mom?
Are you familiar with the new employee who just joined the company a few weeks ago? Since you run the place, I presume you've read at least through her resume before any hiring decisions were made.
Yeah, definitely. I know all about her. I leave most of that stuff to the human resources team, but I am the company president, so the buck stops here. If I'm not mistaken, you're talking about that girl. What was her name? It's Laura, right?
Is she an acquaintance of yours?
It's a crazy coincidence, actually. Me and her were classmates back at university, though she was a grade behind me. We hadn't spoken to each other since graduation, but she called me out of the blue about a month ago. She was a total wreck. Apparently, the last company she worked for went under, leaving her without a job. So we got to talking, and I ended up bringing her on to the sales team at my company.
Ah, I see. I wasn't aware of the background behind getting her hired.
What can I say? I see a pretty girl crying, and I can't help but do what I can to make them smile again. Aren't I pathetic? But it just so happened that we were short one member on the sales team, so it was great timing. The girl she's replacing went on maternity leave, so I hired her to fill that gap.
Goodness, that is good timing.
And the best part, she's actually a really talented saleswoman. I guess before the company went under, she was the top performing member on their sales staff. So it seems that my weakness for women actually turned out to the company's benefit this time around.
That's interesting. So she really is a talented saleswoman? I wouldn't have thought that based on how filthy her desk is.
Huh? Did something happen between you and Laura? You seem like you're not too happy to have her around.
She just texted me a while ago while I was on my way out of the office. She ordered me to return to the office and straighten up her desk for her. She claimed it was a direct order from my employer. I just got done doing that for her a moment ago and thought I'd message you to ask about her.
Are you serious?
It seems that while her performance may be top-notch, her personality is a bit rough around the edges. For example, she referred to me as the cleaning lady and had quite the haughty attitude when she was speaking to me. Toward the end, she threatened to have me fired if I disobeyed her orders. It was all so odd. I thought there must be some kind of mistake. I didn't think you would ever hire a person such as that.
Wow! I had no idea that's the kind of person Laura is. She never acts that way around me. She's always seemed like a perfectly sweet young woman. I'm sorry you had to get caught up in my mistake like this, Mom.
Don't feel bad. I don't hold you responsible for this at all. It's just that as the company's president, I thought you had a right to know what sort of people are representing your company. With a pompous attitude like that, there's no telling what sort of trouble she might cause for you.
Thanks for letting me know, Mom. I think the best thing to do for now is to just keep a close eye on her for a while. You don't need to do anything she says, Mom. If she threatens you, you can just ignore it. Feel free to name drop me, too, if you want. Anytime she causes you trouble, tell her I need to speak to her in my office.
Thank you, dear. I'll do just that. Hey, what gives, Granny? What are you doing here at the wedding today? You're just the office cleaning lady. This is no place for the likes of you. Now get out of here before anyone notices you're here. You've got some nerve, Laura. All I was doing was sitting in my seat, waiting for the wedding to start, and you came along, grabbed my arm, and threw me out of the cathedral. And why won't the door open? Did you lock it? Unlock it and let me in this instant. Not a chance. I already told you, this is no place for a filthy little cleaning lady like you. How dare you speak to me in that manner? Oh my God, how oblivious can you be? Don't you have any idea what you're trying to do? Today is the company president's wedding. That doesn't mean just anyone can come, though. Only people who were invited. He didn't even invite half the people on the sales staff. What makes you think it's okay for the cleaning lady to come? I could ask you the same question, Laura. What makes you think you have the right to be here? You only joined the company earlier in the year. Why would you come to such an exclusive event? It just so happens that I have a very special relationship with the president. What do you mean? We met back in college. He was a year ahead of me, but I still had a bunch of classes with him. So I've known him since before he even became the president here. There are thousands of students at that university. I don't see how being at the same college makes your relationship special. About that. That's not the only thing that makes our relationship special. I'm not just a special person to the president. I'm a very special woman to him too. Which means... The truth is that he's always had a thing for me ever since we were in our school days. He treated me way differently than all the other girls. He would invite me to sit next to him in the cafeteria, invite me out to parties. And I could just tell by the way he looked at me that he felt very strongly about me. Do you get it now, or do I have to spell it out for you? Are you saying you think he's in love with you? Don't be silly. I don't think he loves me. I know he loves me. I told him I was having trouble finding a job, and he dropped everything to get me hired into his company. Would he do that if I were just like any other woman to him? Obviously not. Laura, dear, I think you should take a moment and come back to reality. Have you forgotten what sort of event this is? It's his wedding. He's marrying someone today, and she is not you. If you were the one he loved, why wouldn't he be marrying you today instead? You really don't get it, do you? This wedding is just a formality. It's all a show. A show? You might be too dense to see what's going on, but I understand everything perfectly. He's only marrying this woman for the benefit of his company. After all, he's the company president. He has to keep up a particular image. So he found this woman who has some sort of strategic importance to further the company's interests. That's all. I'm the one he really wants, but he's so devoted to his work that he's going through with this charade. Isn't that admirable of him? Laura, listen to yourself. Do you really believe that's true? Well, duh, it's the truth. I know it has to be hard for him to make a false vow in front of all these people today, so I came to comfort him through all that. When he sees me out in the crowd, we'll share a knowing glance, and that will give him all the courage he needs. I knew he'd need me here, so I begged and pleaded with him to invite me today. That's why he invited you? Because you begged him to? He didn't put up much of a fight. In that moment, it became clearer than ever how he felt about me. Oh my. And in spite of all that, you, a lowly, filthy, pathetic old cleaning lady, are gonna come and crash the party? How could you do something so cruel to him? He is suffering enough already. This is an important day for Keith and I to deepen the bonds of love between us, and I won't have you ruining the moment. Get out of here now and don't come back. Why don't you go and make yourself useful by cleaning the office bathroom or something? I think you'll come to regret doing this to me very, very soon, Laura. What? As if. Why would I ever regret sending a dirty old cleaning lady packing? I was hoping I wouldn't have to do this, but you leave me no choice. I'm going to have to tell my son Keith about this. Huh? Keith? What Keith are we talking about here? Not my Keith, right? He may be your Keith to you, but he was never yours and he will never be yours. He is my son, your employer, and the man getting married to the love of his life today. And right now, I'm going to contact him and tell him one of his employees just threw his mother out of the chapel. What? Wait, hold on just 1 second. You're Keith's mom? The Keith who I went to school with, the company president? Indeed I am. Allow me to introduce myself. I am Keith's mother, Miranda. It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance. What's going on? This doesn't make any sense. I mean, you're just the cleaning lady, aren't you? You're always wearing that cleaning lady uniform when you're around the office. You definitely looked the part. I'm sorry, is there a rule against a woman my age having a part-time job? I mean, no, but if you're really his mom, then why are you working part-time at his company? My Keith is such a generous and loving boy who cares for his mother dearly. Ever since my husband passed away, he's been sending me money each month to help support me. But I always felt terrible accepting it. It was far too much. So I spoke to him about it one day, and we decided that rather than him simply giving me the money, he would instead hire me just like any other staff member. So that's why you clean the office? It makes it far easier for me to accept money from him, knowing that I've earned it through my own hard work. Although, to be honest, I feel like he's paying me far above market wages for my position. So it's true. You really are his mom. All this time, I thought you were just some cleaning lady. That's why I figured I could get away with ordering you around like that. Ah, yes, like the time about 6 months ago when you called me back to the office to straighten up your desk for you. That came as quite a shock to me. It's been many years since I started cleaning here, but no one has ever done anything like that to me. Hey, about that. Sorry, Laura, I just got a text from Keith. He's telling me I can come in through the east gate. Oh, thank goodness. For a moment, I thought this silliness was going to keep me from seeing my son on his big day. So, I had no idea that you were his mom. If I did, then, geez, I never would have done half of the stuff I did to you. So, I'm sorry. I'm really, really, really sorry for everything. I'm sure you are, dear. You have quite a lot to be sorry about. And that was before you blurted out that nonsense about thinking my son was in love with you. I've been at an utter loss for words for the last several minutes. No, you don't understand. I'm being serious about that. He really does love me. Oh, Laura. So don't worry about that. I've known Keith forever. I can read him like a book. I also don't have any delusions about being Keith's number one girl. I am totally fine with being his number two girl as long as I can call myself Keith's girl. Nothing else matters to me.
And what makes you think you can call yourself my girl, Laura? I already have one girl. I have no need for a second one.
Huh?
My mom texted me saying she got thrown out of the chapel, so I hurried over to see if she was okay. Just what in the world do you think you're doing? Why did you throw my mom out of the chapel, Laura? And what's this ridiculous nonsense about me secretly being in love with you or whatever?
But Keith, it's not ridiculous or nonsense. It's the truth. I know that you're in love with me. You don't have to hide it. I understand exactly what's going on today. You're not marrying that woman for love. It's all business.
What is wrong with you? Of course I'm in love with her.
What?
We've known each other since we were kids. We started dating way back in high school. We used to play on the playground together back when we were in elementary school. Then when we got into middle school, I started to, notice her. But she was too close of a friend. I could never tell her how I felt. Once we were in high school, other boys started asking her out, and that was too much for me to take. I went right up to her and told her how I felt about her.
Keith, no! Don't talk like that. You don't mean it. I'm the one you've loved all along. I'm the one you've been hiding your feelings about.
You're wrong, Laura. The only woman I love, the only woman I've ever loved is the woman I'm marrying today. How could I ever love you when I have her by my side?
But you've been so kind to me, way kinder than you were to all the other girls. You used to invite me to parties all the time.
And what of it? I invited tons of people to parties. What good is a party without plenty of people there to enjoy it? And you're just wrong about me giving you special treatment. I have no idea what you're talking about.
Then what about the way you hired me into your company? The only way that makes sense is if you really are in love with me.
Wrong again. I've hired multiple old classmates into my company just like I did for you.
No.
A lot of them had similar stories to you about suddenly finding themselves without work through no fault of their own. Others had family who needed support and were looking for a job with higher income potential. I always try my best to help out anyone who comes to me for help. As long as both of our needs align, why not bring them on? It's a mutually beneficial arrangement. I wasn't giving you special treatment at all.
That can't be.
It's the way it is, so you'll just have to accept it and move on. You aren't anything special to me, Laura. I want you to leave my wedding right now. I won't let you do any more damage than you already have today.
Keith, you're kicking me out?
After you physically threw my mom out of the chapel? Of course I am! And another thing, I'm putting you on unpaid suspension as of today. Don't bother coming to the office again until I call for you.
Suspension?
For now, I'll talk to HR before I make any long-term decisions. But frankly, having someone like you around the office is just too creepy for me to handle right now. You'll receive word of our final decision within the week. Don't bother coming in to pick up your things. I'll have them sent to you. Now, as I was saying, I want you out of here before the wedding starts, so leave.
Keith, wait, don't do this. Don't kick me out. Don't send me away. Let me celebrate your wedding with you.
You can celebrate my wedding all you want from your own home. So leave now, or I'll call the police.
This isn't fair. Why am I getting fired? You did this, didn't you? What did you say to Keith? Did you tell him to fire me? Tell me the truth. Laura, oh, you poor miserable thing. There is no way my Keith would ever fire me unless you told him to. Sure, maybe I was a little bit out of line when I was sure that Keith loved me and wanted to marry me, but that's besides the point. Nothing changes the fact that he and I have a special relationship. He hired me, didn't he? He rushed to help me in my time of need. That means he has to have at least some kind of feelings for me. Actually, I agree with you there. I'm sure he has some kind of feelings for you. As for what those feelings are, I believe we may disagree. Right? So it's totally out of the ordinary for him to do something like firing me. That's why I know for a fact that you're behind this. So how did you do it? What did you say to him that got him to fire me? Did you threaten to write him out of your will? To cut off contact? Tell me! I told you before, Laura, as far as Keith's company is concerned, all I am is one of its many employees, nothing more. If the decision was made to fire you, then it must have been Keith's decision. Even setting aside the recent events for a moment, you can't honestly expect them to keep you on after discovering you falsified your work history. What? What do you mean falsified? I think you know, dear. You sold yourself as the top saleswoman in the company you used to work at before it went bankrupt. But that wasn't true at all, was it? No, you were, in fact, the worst performing person on the entire sales team. Maybe I'm being too hard on you, considering you convinced yourself Keith was in love with you. Perhaps you genuinely do believe you were number one. Hey, how did you guys find out about that? That company went bankrupt. Those records shouldn't exist anymore. I mean, the entire company got chopped up into pieces and sold off to various other companies. Where did you get my performance results from? I have to hand it to my Keith. He's always been a persistent boy. Once he sets his mind on figuring something out, he practically refuses to sleep until he does. Like you said, your company's assets were sold off to various other firms. It took quite a bit of digging, but Keith managed to identify the one that purchased your company's former headquarters. He talked to them and asked if they had thrown away your old company's files. They told him no, everything was just the way it was when they purchased the building. Oh no! He walked right into your old office, opened the file cabinets, pulled out your file, and that was that. You should know, however, that my son wasn't planning to fire you at first. He felt awful about kicking you back out onto the curb after coming to him for help. But once he found out that you were prepared to lie to his face after he extended such kindness to you, all bets were off. He can't continue to work with someone who he can't trust. Okay, I fudged the numbers a little bit, so what? This is a business, Laura, not a charity, and he's the president. If any harm were to come to the company because of your lies, he would be the one to take responsibility for it. So you see, he had no choice but to fire you. All I wanted was for Keith to think I was special. I wanted him to admire me. That's not such a bad thing to do, right? I never wanted to deceive him. I love him. You don't lie to the people you love, Laura. Regardless of the circumstances, a lie is a lie. And don't pretend that your performance was the only lie you told him. You always acted like a sweet, innocent little angel whenever Keith was around. But as soon as he left the room, you started using your position in the company to threaten me into doing your work for you. This was never going to end any other way but you being terminated. Please, tell Keith I love him. Tell him I'm sorry. Ask him to forgive me. It wouldn't do a bit of good at this point, dear. It's time for you to move on. If I may offer you a piece of motherly advice, the next time your desk needs to be straightened up, do it yourself. As Keith said at the wedding, he packaged up all the personal items in Laura's desk and sent them to her. Out of a job, Laura began a desperate search for a new one. However, anytime she gets asked for her reason for leaving her previous place of employment, she gives the same explanation, which takes liberties with the truth. Apparently, she's telling people that the company president fell in love with her and started stalking her, so she feared for her life and quit. Now, had she gone to another town, she might have gotten away with those lies, but my son has many connections in the local business world. Once he heard how despicably she was defaming him, he immediately called his lawyer and launched a lawsuit against her for slander. Now, not only is she unable to find a job anywhere within a 50-mile radius, she also owes my son a remarkably large amount in damages awarded to him at the trial. She tried to get out of paying it the same way she got him to hire her, by breaking down in front of him and crying her eyes out. This time, however, it seems my son has learned a lesson about dealing with a woman like Laura. Her crocodile tears won't be enough to rescue her from the mess she made for herself this time.
Thank you for watching all the way until the end. If you felt good after watching this video, please like the video. If not, please leave a comment and give us your feedback. Also, don't forget to subscribe. Your comments and likes help this channel grow. We hope you enjoy our other stories as well.